So, we've just watched After the Altar.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
I'm proud of us.
I'm so proud of us. Like, I felt really emotional, actually. Like, the finishing scene was kind of Billy and I, and then it went into that collage or montage of us all dancing, and we're all genuinely happy. Like, I feel like maybe we didn't all get the closure we wanted, but we found it in some way on that weekend. So for me, it was just seeing like my growth and all of our growths and our healing journey be captured was so beautiful. I mean, like the first series that we filmed, Lib, it was you and your partner, right? Yeah. It was Billy and I, Sarover and Cal, etc. This time it was you. It was Ashleigh. It was the complete opposite. And that was scary to start. Like when we got asked to do it, it did go through my mind like, oh, can I go back under the lens and I'll be on my own now? But I absolutely think we all smashed it as girls. We held each other really well and we came out the other side, and that's 100%. What we wanted.
I agree with that. I feel like for us, it was so... I said this to my mum, actually, as soon as we watched it. I was like, to have girls support you behind your back when you're not in a room, that speaks volumes. And that's quite rare to have in friendships. And when you find that, it means so much. And I feel like watching us girls being so strong, because we filmed that back in like November. So it just come out the series and we were going through all the emotions.
We'd just done the reunion, remember?
Just done the reunion.
Right. So have you spoke to anyone since then?
The girlies, not the guys.
Not the guys at all. So from the reunion to the spin-off, that was the first time we'd interacted since the reunion filmed. So for us, this was very raw, very fresh. And I think that was the bit I was really proud of us about, because we were going through so much. Like, we were navigating our lives, we were navigating filming, we were navigating
the divorce
we just filed.
Yeah.
And then we're watching ourselves be so strong for each other. So like watching it now, we were like, wow, because we have moved on. Like even when we were filming, we had so moved on, because who pines over an ex who doesn't want you?
Yeah.
Not us. Like, FYI. Let me just make that
in case you didn't get that. Spoiler. Well, how do you think this is going to be edited?
Well, we were only ever ourselves, so we'd actually never get nervous about edits, ever. But also, I get what you're saying, but when you go on the show, if you genuinely are yourself, no matter what the edit's going to be, it doesn't matter.
So, Sarover, obviously, Cal was blocked. Was he blocked on everything?
No.
Okay, what was he blocked on?
He was blocked on Instagram and TikTok, because they're social media platforms, but he was never blocked on WhatsApp.
This makes it so much worse.
Oh, and he wasn't blocked on my phone or text messages or, you know, nothing like that. That was always open, because I said that to him. I said, no matter what, we have to keep that communication open when we file for divorce. And that was that. My
highlight of, I think, the whole of After the Altar was when you just grabbed the bottle of wine and walked off.
It was so funny.
And she's not even a big drinker, like, at all, are you?
No, not at all. It's so funny, because my friends from school, like my primary school friends, messaged me. They're like, the same thing, out of everything, you don't even drink wine, and the first thing you do is pick up the bottle and walk away. I was like, you know, in case of emergencies, what do you grab? Me, a bottle of wine.
I mean, actually, I don't think anyone was bothered about drinking today apart from you. Sarover, this is your intervention.
Oh God, okay. If we're at AA, yes, I am Sarover. I'm 31 years old, and I admit I have a problem.
No, I thought it was iconic, to be honest.
I just don't think I knew what to do, because I knew I was sat in the wrong place, because all the girlies were on one side.
Yeah.
For some reason, I've ended up with Javen and Sophie or someone talking, and then when the boys walked in, I was like, oh,
get me out of this.
Yeah, I just didn't want that to be the first interaction. I was like, I needed a moment. I think, like you said, we last saw each other on a sofa at the reunion, and this was the first time.
Yeah, you were like, can I actually finish a drink first before I talk to you? Yeah, I get it.
Welfare check.
Yeah. Who is this welfare that we keep talking about?
Oh no, this is now just us supporting each other, making sure we're okay. So yeah, like earlier when the girls were here, I was like, I'm here for welfare. It's just us being girls, that's all.
Oh, I was like, who's abusing their kids?
Yeah, as in, like, if I need another drink, I just need to look
girls
over...
supporting girls.
Yeah, I just need to look over at Barda.
Like checking in.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you, girl.
Yeah.
I got you, girl.
Yeah, oh my God, welcome.
So my thing was, right, watching you guys have your one-on-one, he's saying, I don't think, like, it's appropriate for you to know about my relationship because it's private. But you just put it on Instagram.
I know. I think the whole point was, and I think that's what all of us were saying, the boys were saying, was you can move on. You're not together. There's no unharbored feelings. You're, by all means, move on. Like, everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves that. Despite what he said at the reunion, there's no need to go into that again. My thing is where's the respect? Like, and also, there's a whole issue about timelines here. Some people are saying 11 months. He's saying 9 months. Then he said 7 months. I don't know what his timeline was. I saw the first pictures of him moving on 3 months later. He only broke up with me in January. In April, I see pictures. We couldn't even think about moving on. But okay, that's fine if you want to. Just respectfully, you have my WhatsApp, you have a text message. We still have to file for divorce. At that point, was one even thinking about that at that point? Probably not. We're just trying to navigate getting through the heartbreak. The show hadn't even come out. So before the show comes, and I'm pretty sure, is that right? Am I right in my...
Show hadn't, which...
Had the show come out at that point?
No,
Okay.
the show came out in the August.
Right, so the show hadn't come out. We haven't even filmed the reunion, and I'm having to see that. I personally have been raised in the fact of being respectful, meaning drop a message. If we didn't have any of the public eye or any of this sort of social side of it going forward, who does text their ex? Let's be real. However, we were married, and you had only said your vows how many months prior to that? So, yeah, it was just out of respect. You could have let me know.
And do you think if it was a case of, you know, it wasn't filmed for a TV show...
Correct.
...but we still had social media, you would still want that level of respect, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Even if it was no social media, like you literally got married to someone, just drop them a message. You know, it's just...
It was so soon.
It was.
So that it
why.
doesn't catch you off guard and you're suddenly like, oh.
Well, I think it's just a respect thing. Like, you're about to go through lawyers and a divorce towards the end of the year. So, you know, it's just respect. That's all.
Yeah.
And I think the boys made a bit of a joke about me saying, oh, does Cal have permission to move on and all of this? You don't need permission to move on. Anybody can move on. Where's the respect?
How did it feel when you were watching it to see kind of some of the boys stand up for you too? Because I don't feel that's something that we see a lot on reality TV.
I think for me, that was amazing. To see boys actually support the woman in a situation, and I wasn't even in the room, that speaks volumes. So I was actually, I was taken back quite a bit, but also it kind of validated the situation because I wasn't saying what I was saying out of, you know, unharbored feelings. I was saying it out of a matter of a black and white respect situation. So, yeah, it kind of made me feel that actually, Sarover, you're not overthinking this, you're not oversensitive, you're not being over-emotional. Everyone else sees it, and that was that.
I love that. Why don't you tell us, straight down camera too, how attractive it is for men to hold other men accountable?
We're in 2026. So much has changed. We're all growing as women. Men are growing too, and we do need to see more of that. Look at Love Island now. Like, you see girls supporting girls. Men, like, step up.
It's really attractive.
Yeah,
I just think,
attractive.
like, obviously you don't ever imagine seeing the boys chat. You don't see that in real life until you've done a reality show.
Yes.
Obviously the chat isn't always going to be kind or what you want to hear, but I watched that and was like, like, nice for people to stick up for women's values, respect, and just what you deserved. So go men, like, feeding men with good, like, values.
And on camera as well.
Yeah.
Like, you think on camera they'll be a bit more maybe holding back what they really want to say. And I was quite proud to see that.
You hear this? If you want a top tier woman, you've got to be a man. Man against misogyny. Clock it. Now, back to the interview. We love to see it. I love to see men stick up for women, especially straight men.
All men.
So in those situations where obviously you know, like, you're going to see somebody that you have something to go off your chest, etc., do you come in there with, like, premeditated things to say, or are you just like, I'm going to have to, like, wing this when I see the person?
It wasn't a natural situation. In the real world, I wouldn't put myself in a room with my ex. I wouldn't feel I need to say anything to them, if I'm going to be honest. But to be in that situation, I thought, okay, I've only ever spoken facts. I've only ever been myself. So what is it you really want to say, Sarover? And I think the big thing was him saying what he said at the reunion when I knew he was in a relationship most of that year. And for him to have said the reason our marriage broke up was because of X, Y, Z, And if it's not me, and we all know the speech, if it's not me, it's no one else, and I'm not for a long-term relationship, and he had his best friend, his brother supporting that. And I knew it was a lie. And I think that's the bit where I just wanted to say, like, out of respect, like, come on, what really was it? And I think you have to kind of go in there knowing what you want out of that conversation, because otherwise you're wasting your time. My closure had happened way before at the reunion. When someone shows you their true colours and their actual behaviour, you don't go back for round two. What's the point?
No, you just said, I want to go into that mansion and clap him upside his head verbally.
And if that's how you interpret it, that's how you interpret it.
That's what we witness.
Yeah. For me, it was, I'm standing on ground, I'm saying my piece, and, you would disrespect me as we were talking anyway. What can I do?
Can I finish? That's
Yeah,
what you said.
Yeah. Because what it is, when I was with him, that's
it.
what happened. You know what I mean? You were seeing, like, me confronting him like we used to, like, and that's, it was either phoned down or what. Anyway, let's not go into it. That's too much drama. That's messy.
I just thought it was so funny. I saw a Reddit that said that they thought that your tone of voice was condescending.
Okay.
Do you agree that sometimes we need to speak to men like children?
No. I think for me, it was just me speaking to him in a way that I thought felt natural. And I felt like, no, not at all. That was just me, how I would normally be in an argument. So if that person on Reddit found that condescending.
Condescending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was condensation, I agree.
Condensation. They can stay on Reddit. That's fine. I don't look at Reddit because it's irrelevant to me.
I think that's a very classy answer. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, no, actually, no. Prosecco talking. Yeah, literally.
More bubbles.
Do you know what it is? I get people have opinions, but at the end of the day, like, go put yourself in that situation. Put yourself in a room with loads of people, cameras, your girls are there,
emotions were high.
Your friends' exes are in the room, and you have to confront an ex. And I would love to see how you would do that, well knowing you're still married and well knowing he lied on an international platform when he was in a relationship, so whilst filming the reunion. So put yourself in my shoes, and I would love to see how that person would have handled it. And if they would handle it better, then you're a better person than me.
No, I agree. I don't necessarily think condescending was a bad thing.
Well, I just covered all eventualities.
This was something I wanted to ask you. Your suspicions at the reunion that he might be dating somebody else, where did that come from?
So we broke up January. April, I see photos of him with a new girl.
Like stories or something, what was it?
I'm now blocked anyway, but on his best friend's fiance's 30th birthday Instagram story. Because I was friends with them,
It was the first cousins, grandmas, aunties.
Yeah, it was that. But you found it, and I remember you saying
period.
something.
You know what it is? It's because I was friends with them all. So when he says, I don't know how she saw it, well, you did integrate me into your life. Like, we were...
You had other connections, didn't you,
we were
to
married,
his family?
So I spent time with his friends and his family. So, that's how I saw it. And then fast forward, show comes out in August, reunion comes out, and you're still with that person. And the boys confirmed it, by the way, off camera. Because
So it was literally just like such a quick turnaround. We're talking like a 2 to 3 month turnaround.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not 11 months, Diane, who randomly DM'd me, who said it was a year.
Not Diane.
Who's Diane?
Some random DM, and she was like, babe, it was 11, like, it was a year, get over it. I was like, I was over it the day he ended it. But
it doesn't help that the show is aired a year later, exactly like you said. And this is where, like, it's nice to clarify, like, the timeline that this is. And it's taken...
It was 2 months after the reunion, Diane.
And
Ashleigh, so you said that when you guys went... I'm going to go back a little bit and then come forward. But you guys said that when you stopped dating, it was like you'd gone from marriage back to dating. What do you mean by that?
As soon as the wedding party finished, we actually went our separate ways because I went to work. He had to go back to work. He had stuff going on with his family and his dog. So we didn't start living together at all, which I think, like, moving forward in Love is Blind, like, series, to make a successful marriage, I believe, is that you need to jump right into it as soon as the filming stops. Like, try and move in quick. I just think it makes that commitment real. The cameras have stopped now. You don't need to talk to the camera. Now it's just you two and a foundation, right? So we didn't move in together. That wasn't the plan. That couldn't be the plan because obviously he's military. But the plan was eventually we would in the next sort of few months. So we kind of went into a long distance relationship. I saw it as a long distance marriage. And I felt that he saw it as we're getting to know each other, it's dating again. I just didn't feel that level of commitment that I wanted and I vowed to him reciprocated after the wedding day. So that's where it felt like we're dating.
This is a little something I called the compromise gap. Basically, essentially, you're compromising, she's compromising, but it's still not enough to meet in the middle because the things that you both need are too different. And so I think when it's like that, it's very difficult to place blame on anybody because each person in the relationship feels like they're stepping forward, which, you know, they are.
Is it too big of a compromise to live with someone you married? No, just in general.
Well, he told me that he was happy to just kind of live anywhere as long as they were together. But you wanted to be within an hour of where you lived.
As Barda said in one of like the interviews you've had with her, like we got deeper than you see. There was a like checklist in my head, if I'm going to marry someone, that this man was at least willing to compromise to start the relationship off and move closer to me, if possible. If that wasn't the case, I wouldn't have married him. In the pods, he said, I'm willing to move to the south. Once we can get a transfer, we can set up life and then we can build a foundation. It might take you somewhere else. But I think when you...
Right, so he's framing that differently than how you guys spoke about it. Okay.
I actually asked the producers, like, did he say he would move to the south for me to make this work? Because again, let's go back to this is a TV show at the end of the day. Your story is told through a lens that they produce. The lens that I remember was that he said to me, he'd move for me to start the relationship, to build that foundation. And then, absolutely, if we were to have a family, I would have moved up north. His family were there. But initially, we needed to have like some agreement that where we're going to start this marriage is going to be a success. And it had to be within a sort of radius for my work. He was more flexible with his work, so he could do that. I wasn't asking outrageous commitment from him. I was asking, look, let's marry, let's make this work.
You did say that you didn't want to know if Billy had moved on, but if Billy was in the same situation as Cal, would you have wanted to know?
If he was going official and it was official and we were going through the divorce, yeah, absolutely. But I didn't need to know about dating. Like, I wish you all the best. You can date and move on.
Yeah.
Like, go for it. Like, if that's how kind of, you know, your journey's going to look post-filming and that's how you want to heal, great. But that wasn't where I was at. But I think it's different dating to being in a relationship with someone so soon after that level of commitment. Like, I just want to resonate again, like, this is a marriage we're talking about, right? This is not a relationship.
Mic drop.
You know, and people still come up to me and like, oh, you know, how are you doing? I'm like, it was tough. It was a real divorce. Like that, whether you were married 2 months or 3 years, or 30 years, you go for a divorce, it's still that heartbreaking and tough. So I think out of respect, I would have wanted to know if he jumped into a relationship with someone.
You're basically like, I don't want to hear about you dating this girl that you ain't now dating when the shows come out.
Basically.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Is that really... He obviously wanted to get that off his chest. You know what, I hear it, but I didn't let that knock me. I was like, I'm on my own journey, thanks, but I'm here.
What's interesting though when you say that is, at the beginning, in the first couple of episodes, we see him very like, you know, what Cal was saying, he very much agrees with that. And, you know, of course you can move on, mate. And, you know, we stand by you and, you know, it's your life. Then he gets to confront Ash and he's face to face and he's completely different. And he's like, you know, there was, you're an amazing person and I'm sorry this didn't work out and I wish you well. And I was like, wow. Like, just seeing that difference was really interesting to see. Yeah.
Well, it was interesting that he referred to Cal and you in our deep chat and said, you know, I don't want to be like Cal and just let you find out.
But he said earlier very differently to Cal. Yeah.
Yeah, but then in the boys' chat, it was just like, it was a few dates. Anyway, he was dating a girl, cool, like, good luck to you, mate.
You have such a beautiful relationship with your dad. How much do you think we can blame our parents for how messed up we are?
What is that question? That scene...
I love your dad.
You love my daddy, thank you. We love
No,
Daddy.
don't take that.
Part of a really amazing thing that came out of the show was the relationship that I have with my dad now. We were never able to talk about, like, taboo subjects. We didn't even talk about dating, which isn't a taboo subject, but it's just not something we didn't have a relationship for. So that scene you see in the pub, there was a lot more to that context. Like, he'd actually really gone into being, like, this vulnerable man that was like, I should have been there for you. Like, should have held you more. I should have been in your life. And, you know, you didn't see that. You saw that one line, though, that was really impactful and got me choked. But I think I'm so grateful for the challenges we've had as children. I'm just someone who looks at things positively, right? I could definitely look at it like you've just said, like, you know, oh my God, did it ruin everything? But there's a way to look at it. And personally for me, I look at, like, the bumps in the road, whatever journeys we've all been on with our parents, as learnings and things that I can grow from and try and be a better person from. And I think that moment of realisation for him happened in the show, which is crazy to think that a reality show brought that connection with us and brought that understanding. And I'm not being cheesy, but it is quite cheesy. It's real. Like, and
No, do you know what? I feel like I fully understand you.
Yeah, I get you.
Sorry, I'm a bit of a waffler. So
No,
did that
I
make
do.
sense?
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Sorry.
We're just getting close now. Can I just pull my skirt down for a second?
Yeah.
Wait, you're making them pose for a picture in the middle of a podcast? From how hurt you guys were on the show, it really does look like you've come so far. Speak on it.
I've always been stereotyped as a massive people pleaser. And I'll have my hands up. Like, yeah, I am a people pleaser. I love being a people pleaser. But I never had boundaries with that people pleasing. And that is what I definitely learn from sitting there in my living room with my girlies, watching the show, thinking, wow, like, that side of Ashleigh, you look at pictures and you go, I remember that. When you have to watch you fall in love, when you have to watch you have difficult conversations, when you have to watch me, who absolutely overcompromised for him in the show, that was hard hitting. And that was the biggest amount of growth that seeing that.
Just watching that
watching that was the first bit of, like, whoa, I need to, like, love myself more, be braver, be courageous, speak up when it doesn't feel right, and actually not settle for second best. And I think through a lot of therapy as well, like, that the show give you, following that, hold my hands up, like, I needed that a lot just to find myself again. Like, so I've now found peace with, actually, the show was never about Billy. The show was never about Ashleigh and Billy now. The show was about finding who Ashleigh is and finding the strength that Ashleigh did have. I just didn't know I had it.
If I were to do Love is Blind again, but you could only see one feature, what feature would you see?
Eyes. You can lie through your eyes.
Well, that's exactly where I was
Yeah.
going with it, because obviously you only hear their voices. They could be telling you what they want to tell you, but if you're looking at someone's eyes and you're hearing their voice, you can see if someone's lying, right?
Right, but it's just a photo, babe.
Oh, it's a photo, it's not live.
The eyes move, they're alive.
The eyes.
No, you can see, like, a picture of one of their
Oh, you can see a
features. That's
picture.
it. You can see, like,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's got
Okay.
blue eyes, he's got brown eyes, he's got
Teeth.
wrinkly eyes. Teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that their smile?
Yeah, could have just said smile or mouth, but okay, teeth felt
Sorry,
a
because I was
bit
looking at your
directed,
teeth and you have good teeth.
No, can I go for height?
taken. Yeah.
Height. I'd like to have seen height.
Okay, so you can see a patch on the wall
Of their height.
that is 5'8", and you can see where they come up to on it.
And actually-
So we're going to end on a game very quickly. This game is called Name and Shame. Which man is the least genuine?
Cal.
I feel like the show, and you know, this is a controversial answer. Like, Love is Blind is about, like, finding genuine connections.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like everyone was genuine, but whether they... I'm going to have to say Cal.
Love that for you. Who is most likely to end up in AA?
Well, no,
I feel like collectively post-show, me, Katisha and Barda may go together as a group therapy session.
She's taking it down. She's taking it for me.
And I do feel like, respectfully, you would be the first.
Respectfully, with this tone, I feel like me, Katisha and Barda would go together.
Which man is the weakest communicator?
Javen.
Like,
Which man was the biggest catch? Sorry, Ashleigh, we don't have time for like.
oh no.
Kieran. Yeah, because
yeah.
he looks after his wife.
He's a husband now, right? And it's happy marriage for them both. So yeah.
And I'm sure they've both compromised for each other, but he's obviously done enough to, maintain their relationship.
Who is most likely to start on OnlyFans?
You.
Could be a...
Wait, you're so happy with that.
Come on.
No. Could be a woman.
I'm not going to lie, if things get
It's
tough...
old news OnlyFans,
no, feet.
Loads
It
of
could be
people
feet.
are on it.
Yeah, you can sell pictures of your feet. If I think things got tough,
Are you going for feet?
Yeah.
Are you going to sell your feet?
I would if I had to.